Welcome back to the program. First and foremost, happy Father's Day to all the wonderful and amazing fathers out there that are taking care of their children and their wives and their families out there and fighting the good fight each and every day. So God bless all of you. Yesterday, just had a tough day. Just needed a mental health day, but I'm good. Everything's fine. Back in the fight. But anyway, are you guys all tired? Are you exhausted from, all the No Kings rallies that you probably went to, right? Well, thankfully, not many across the country actually did go to these things. It had some heavy attendance in normal places like blue cities and everything else, but was certainly nowhere near 1,500 or 2,000 or whatever it is that they said that they were planning on having. It wasn't even close to that. Wasn't even close to that. And so what does that tell you? Well, it tells you that it's artificial, that it's astroturf, and the people that care about it are the people that don't want to be deported, and some others, okay? And mostly the politicians. It's a politician, media-driven, funded by a billionaire Sri Lankan operation. That's what this whole entire thing is. But President Trump was kind of funny today. Sorry, I had a cat near me, and now I'm all itchy on my nose. And I don't know what he did. He just had a Sunday where, I don't know, he just had his birthday the other day. He was just enjoying himself, and he just went on a X stream or tweet stream or whatever you want to call it. And wow, he was really, really going at it. So let me go through some of the things that he did. So, first let's talk about the what they're saying about the rallies. The No Kings rallies, while intended to be a large-scale nationwide protest against President Trump and his policies, did not live up to the expectations the organizers put forward, drawing large crowds in very few areas with little to no impact. While some locations saw more participation and peaceful demonstrations, others experienced much lower turnouts or faced disruptions. Despite organizers' hopes for a unified message against perceived authoritarianism, the rallies did not achieve the widespread disruption and or impact that they anticipated. Wah, wah. So, President Trump, having a little fun, puts this out. And I'll make it in the thumbnail so you can see it. A huge thank you to all the No Kings protesters yesterday. I was very concerned a king was trying to take my place. But thanks to your tireless efforts, I am still your president. Great job all. I love it. He's just rubbing it right in their faces. All right, now the other thing that I wanted to touch on was this right here. So after the non-protests that made any impact, President Trump put out this. This is very interesting. Small print though. Our nation's ICE officers have shown incredible strength, determination, and courage as they facilitate a very important mission, the largest mass deportation operation of illegal aliens in American history. Every day, the brave men and women of ICE are subjected to violence, harassment, and even threats from radical Democrat politicians. But nothing will stop us from executing our mission. And we must fulfill our mandate to the American people. ICE officers are herewith ordered by notice of this truth to do all in their power to achieve the very important goal of delivering the single largest mass deportation program in American history. Now, before I read more of it, I want to poke a little bit of fun here because they're calling him a king and they're saying, no kings, we can't have kings, right? And what does he do? He goes to Truth Social. He doesn't even do it as a decree or an executive order. He just says, by notice of this truth. And I don't know, I thought that was kind of funny. In order to achieve this, we must expand efforts to detain and deport illegal aliens in America's largest cities such as Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, and others, where millions upon millions of illegal aliens reside. These and other such cities are the core, this is important, folks, they are the core of the Democrat power center, which is totally true, where they use illegal aliens to expand their voting base, cheat in elections, grow the welfare state, while robbing good paying jobs and benefits from hardworking American citizens. Let me stop right there. That right there, that statement in and of itself is one of the best statements this president has ever put out. And I mean, he understands how these elections are stolen. And I think anyone paying attention would be able to figure it out too. Big blue cities in urban areas where there's tons of illegals, tons of crimes, and tons of Democrat politicians. Guess what? You're not going to have fair elections. Plain and simple. Okay? So he gets that. He understands that. So what's he doing? He's removing the theft from these cities, a la the illegal aliens. And man, to get all this done and get it done in the next 3+ years, God bless him. This country is going to be a hell of a lot better for it. Heck of a lot better for it. Okay, and then he goes on to say, what did he say after that? Here it is. These radical left Democrats are sick in the mind, hate our country, and actually want to destroy our inner cities, and they're doing a damn good job of it. There is something wrong with them. This is why they believe in open borders, transgenders for everybody, and men playing in women's sports. And that is why I want ICE, Border Patrol, and our great and patriotic law enforcement officers to focus on our crime-ridden and deadly inner cities and those places where sanctuary cities play such a big role. You don't hear about sanctuary cities in our heartland, do you? He said. Now, let's stop there. So he's going after the sanctuary cities, which is fantastic. The other part about this is obviously he's pointing out all the woke stuff, right? And how we're all against that. And then he says the focus will be on these inner cities, in these sanctuary cities, in these big blue cities. So there it is. What we are going to do over time, in the next, I don't know, year and a half, whatever it might be, is we are going to continue to go into these crime-infested cities and take out these people and extract these people. Once doing that, you've taken out illegal votes, you've taken out drugs, you've taken out violence, you've taken out rape, you've taken out all kinds of things. And you're dispersing it, you're getting it out, and so the people can then fill back into these areas and start living a much better life. This is awesome. You know, they complained, oh, stop, going into our restaurants and stop going into our this and that and in our cleaning services or whatever and getting those people. And so he said, okay, fine. I'll focus back on the criminals 100%. I will completely destroy the voter fraud operations in all these big cities because you won't have any people to run them anymore. And the ones that are left, hopefully, will be prosecuted and put in jail. And so that's what we'll do. We'll concentrate on the criminals and the big blue cities, and we will change those cities. And eventually, when the next census comes around, guess what, big blue cities? You're going to lose. Those states are going to lose electoral votes as well. So there's nothing bad that can come of this. Then he goes, I want our brave ICE officers to know that real Americans are cheering you on each and every day. The American people want our cities, schools, and communities to be safe and free from illegal alien crime, conflict, and chaos. That's why I have directed my entire administration to put every resource possible behind this effort and reverse the tide of mass destruction migration that has turned once idyllic towns into scenes of third world dystopia. Our federal government will continue to be focused on the remigration of aliens into the places where they came from and preventing the admission of new ones and anyone who undermines the domestic tranquility of the United States. To ICE, FBI, DEA, ATF, the Patriots at the Pentagon, and the State Department. You have my unwavering support. Now go get the job done. DJT. That's how we signed it. That right there goes to show you that he's not playing around. These protests are not going to last because he's going to do whatever he needs, from ICE agents to the military to maybe a mix of both, to maybe dropping some of these IRS agents in there to do more forensic work on, finding the people that are funding it and all that and paying for it. So, and then the Department of Justice and the FBI now not targeting us and actually targeting the bad guys. I mean, the sky's the limit here. It's going to be amazing. Now, the other one that he did today was this. Holy cow. This is some pretty strong language from the president towards Iran. So, I'll read this to you. I gave Iran chance after chance to make a deal. I told them in the strongest of words to just do it. But no matter how hard they tried, no matter how close they got, they just couldn't get it done. I told them it would be much worse than anything they know, ever anticipated, or were told. That the United States makes the best and most lethal military equipment anywhere in the world, by far, and that Israel has a lot of it, with much more to come, and they know how to use it. That was a little dig against Iran shooting off the missiles and killing other people in the West Bank and other places, and of course the Iron Dome did its job for the most part. And then it says right here, where is it? Certain Iranian hardliners spoke bravely, but they didn't know what was about to happen. They are now all dead, and it will only get worse. There has already been great death and destruction, but there is still time to make this slaughter, with the next already planned attacks being even more brutal, come to an end. Iran must make a deal before there is nothing left, and save what was once known as the Iranian Empire. No more death, no more destruction, just do it, all caps, before it is too late, all caps. God bless you all. Whew. Wow. I do not want to see American troops get involved. I do not want to see American troops on the ground in Israel or anywhere else. And I worry that could be next, and I hope it's not. But here's the other thing. Israel is now assassinating senior religious leaders and clerics and mullahs and things like that because, according to the things that I've heard, they have been embedded in the religious community, the Mossad has. And they dress like them, they speak like them, they talk like them. And what's happening now is many of them have been activated and they are going up to these bad ones, and at point blank range they are executing them with silencers. That's what I'm hearing right now. Times of Israel reporter, there was one of them, can't think of his name, and then there was somebody else on, I think, X that was reporting that as well. And get this, there is word possibly that the Ayatollah might already be gone. That I can't confirm, so I'm going to tell you point blank, no way, can't confirm it right now. But there's been some chatter all day that where they think he's hiding, they may have done a hit directly on. I know that they took out the Fardu military installation where they were doing uranium enrichment in the side of a mountain, like a mile and a half down. They're destroying that, hit oil fields. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to see us get involved in this. And I don't know. I don't know what the reaction's going to be from the Muslim world if the Ayatollah is taken out. I'm sure that's going to rattle the cage of the extremists out there. We saw what happened with Soleimani, right? Soleimani or whatever his name was. And so that's the only thing that I don't know. But here's the other thing. So far, we're seeing that Hamas has been quiet. Hezbollah's been quiet. Houthis have been quiet. All the groups, all the proxies, they've all been quiet. They've been sitting on the sideline here. So maybe they're all dead. You know what I mean? Seriously, maybe they're all dead. So maybe there won't be a big response if it happens, which would be the best case scenario. And we could finally free those people after 46 years of oppression. The people of Iran should be just thrilled and ecstatic with what's happening right now. Netanyahu, America, we're not against them. We're not against the people. We're against the people that rule you. And that's what we're doing. We're taking you out. So I think it's going to be over soon. I really, truly do. They don't have the capabilities really to fight back. So it's going to be very, very interesting. But anyway, I'm rambling and I apologize for that. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Put them down in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.